What kind of damage could you do with an actual dragon's tooth? Stick around and I'll let you know. We're back! Okay, welcome back to 5 Minute Knives, the channel that's looking forward to a nice bath right after this video. Today, we're going to talk about the TOPS I-Stick Push Dagger, and this formidable beast was sent in by my customer Brad, who wanted a custom sheath made, which I made this for him. Thank you, Brad, for letting me shoot the video. It is such an interesting piece that I felt we had to document it. He just wanted this 9 o'clock vertical carry, but I want to draw attention to the thickness of this handle. This push dagger is down with the thickness. Black and white 2x2 canvas micarta, as is tradition, and you notice that it is not symmetrical, that you have a little bit of a ramp here, and I believe that's for your thurnib. So because you're supposed to hold it like this helped me orientate the sheath show side, and as you guys know with daggers, Kydex sheath making is really tough to get everything symmetrical. I mean, you almost have to have machine do that. But I did a pretty good job on this one. It looks just fine to me. That being said, let's take a look at the actual implement. Whoa, that's an implement. Wow. That is a really impressive push dagger. When he sent me a picture of this, I was like, yeah, sure, another dagger. Ugh. You know, they're hard to get everything symmetrical, and I wasn't too terribly enthused. However, Brad's a cool guy. I don't mind making sheaths for him. But once I got this thing in hand, I knew I had to make a video. This is unique. This is the most insane push dagger I've ever seen. I've seen longer blades, but I've never seen anything with this much chunk to it. It's just unreal. I'll tell you some stats here. So this thing's made from 1075 steel, and it's generally a softer steel, but they got this at 56 to 58 Rockwell. The blade thickness is 0.38 inches. The overall length is 5.63 inches. The cutting edge is 3.13 inches. And the blade length itself is 3.5. So, but wide sucker. Not bad on the grinds from TOPS. They usually do a really good job on their symmetry. They sent me several other knives over the years, and they always seem to have decent fit and finish with their grinds. And speaking of fit and finish, the handle is always perfect with them for the most part. This one's no exception. I always love how TOPS throws like a red liner on there. Just handsome. Very good looking piece. Here is the sheath that it came with. It's not bad. It's totally serviceable. But the retention, it's in there. It's in there pretty good. Ever so slight rattle. Not bad at all. But it wasn't really space for the kind of mounting options that Brad wanted. And I think he just wanted me to make him a sheath, so I acquiesced. I made him this britch, which I think is a little bit sharper, a little bit more refined. The edges are polished, and it can fit any carry attachment on the market for the most part. So, score there. Plus, I made him a cool video. But other than that, I just really wanted to show this thing off. It's 12.6 ounces, so it's a little hunk of steel on your hip, and this is going to ride just like so on his left side. And I got to be really careful drawing this thing. I mean, I don't think the camera's doing it justice, personally, you know? It's much more formidable in hand. When you get this thing in hand, it is a beast. So if you've seen this online and thought, oh, well, it's just another push dagger, it's kind of what I thought, actually. That is not true. And I want to thank Brad, because if he didn't send this in, I wouldn't have known better. And I think that's why these top-down design channels really do serve a function, you know, not just tooting my own horn, but you guys take this from me. If you were looking at this online thinking about it and you just weren't sure if it was beastly enough for you, trust me, it is. Now this sucker will run you $180, $195, so it's not cheap, but it is an implement and the pucker factor is off the charts. I know that looks like kind of just like a regular wide push dagger from where you're watching, but in person, this thing's a beast, man. I think it's my angle. I just go straight top down. If I gave you guys more of an angle on this, I think you would see what I'm talking about. It's just a monster. This is really cool. So yeah, just geeking out. Let's roll in the Subscribe Starians. Pretty soon, I will only be making sheaths for members of Subscribe Star. I'm just getting really busy, and I don't have time to always be running back and forth to the shop. So I'm gonna kind of not chill out on that, but just, you know, make for a smaller audience, I guess. So as of right now, you guys get 15% off all custom sheath orders when you join up on Subscribe Star for $1. However, in the future, I may do away with the discount, lower my prices a little bit, and then just make it exclusive for subscribed Starians. But what do you guys think of this, man? Just geeking. It's so scary to me. So this is the TOPS I-Stick Push Dagger, and I just looked it up at Knife Center to get my stats and stuff like that. It's in stock right now. Price is subject to change, but sub $200, and it's just a chunk. Quite possibly the thickest push dagger I have seen. And I don't really think much would stop this either. It's just got so much weight behind it. And you know, with your thumb placed like that, just giving it a little bit more intention, the handle just locks into your grip. So I pity the fool who gets poked by this dragon's tooth. Good Lord. Insane. Leather wouldn't stop it. It would probably punch through a lot of soft armors. I don't know. This is just scary to me. Amazing piece. Thank you to Brad for sending this one in. I really appreciate you, bud. Coming up in the near future, I'm going to have a review on this Militato watch. I think this is the 08 I have, or the 05. I forget which now. Great piece. It's like 50 or 60 bucks, and it's like a Hamilton khaki killer. So I didn't want to spend $1,000, and this is a very unique design. It's a quartz movement. I put it on a silicone strap, but very cool watch. 38 mil case. Review coming soon. But let me know what you guys think in the comments of the TOPS I-Stick Push Dagger. Your thoughts on push daggers in general. Do you own any? What companies made them? How big are they? Where do you see this thing being used? I mean, we all know how this thing will be used, but when would you strap this onto your vest or belt? What situation would make you put this on, is my question. Anyway, that's it for me, and I will see you guys next time right here on 5 Minute Knives.